JSP elements, how many categories? JSP elements, how many categories? JSP elements are divided into how many categories? 3. What is the first one? Scripting elements. Second one, directives or directives you can call. Next, actions. Okay. JSP elements divided into 3 categories. First category is scripting elements. Second category, directives. Third category, actions. First category, scripting elements. How many scripting elements are there? 4. What is first one? Scriptlets. Second one, declarations. Third one, expressions. Fourth one, comments. Okay. Scripting elements, 4 type of scripting elements are there. Scriptlets, declarations, expressions, comments. You have seen scriptlet syntax. What is syntax? Less than, percentile. You can write Java code like this. One more syntax. JSP colon scriptlet. You can write the code. Again JSP colon scriptlet. Okay. Declaration syntax. Less than, percentile, exclamatory mark. After that, percentile, greater than, or JSP colon declaration. JSP colon declaration. Next, expression syntax equal to. Again, percentile greater than. We can also write JSP colon expression. JSP colon expression. Comments, 2 hyphen symbols. After this, again hyphen, 2 hyphen symbols. Comments only one syntax. Comments only one syntax. See, JSP elements divided into 3 categories. First category scripting elements, second category directives, third category actions. Scripting elements 4 types. Scriptlets, declarations, expressions, comments. So these are the syntaxes. Okay. You can write these syntaxes or you can write these syntaxes. For comment only one syntax is there. Okay. Now you have seen already JSP implicit object references also. See, if you remember these all, you can write JSP program. Otherwise, not possible to write JSP program because JSP is somewhat different. Syntax is a little bit will be there, and the concept, if you remember, you can write. Otherwise, you cannot write. If it is solid, what will happen? You can open the API, you can see, you can call like that. But these all you have to remember. Now, 9 object references. What are those? Out, request, response, fig, application, page, page context, session, exception. Okay. Out is a reference of which class, which interface, which class? JSP writer. Request, HTTP solid request. Response, HTTP solid response. Config, solid config. Application, solid context. Page, object. Page context, page context. Class name also page context. Session, HTTP session. Exception, throwable. Okay, these all 9 object references ready to use. Say here these 4 syntaxes with the scripting elements, these 4 syntaxes, okay, as well as these 9 object references. You can write many programs with this. Say with the request, can I access Servlet request methods? With the request, can I access Servlet request methods? Yes or no? Because HTTP Servlet request is a sub-interface of Servlet request, which is super interface. Servlet request, it is HTTP Servlet request sub-interface. You can access. Okay. So here HTTP Servlet request, it is HTTP Servlet response. Now with this request, with this response, Servlet request, Servlet response also you can access. Okay. Now you already studied request, response, config, context, session. These all you studied. Object, throwable, these all. Except page context. Page context also like a Servlet context only. Little bit different. JSP writer like a print writer. These 9 object references concepts already you studied in Servlets. JSP writer, it is equivalent to print writer. Print writer purpose is creating a stream server to browser. Same here already created, ready to use. It is request. For getting request parameter, this is required. Response, sending stream, sending response to a client. Streams, config, like initialization parameters. Context parameters. What's the difference between initialization parameter, context parameters? Initialization parameters, context parameter. 2 concepts I explained in Servlets. What's the difference? Init param, param name, param value, context param, param name, param value studied. No? What's the difference between initialization parameter, context parameter? Very few people are giving answer. Very few people. Initialization parameters are specific to Servlet. Context parameters are common to all Servlets in a WAR file. Studied no? Initialization parameters are specific to Servlet. Context parameters are common to all Servlets. When Servlet context created? Whenever web application deployed on server. When Servlet config created? Whenever init method is called. Init method when it is called, first request comes. Okay. That config only for that Servlet we can use. But this context for all Servlets we can use. Okay. Now HTTP session. Where you studied, I mean, which concept you studied? Session tracking. How many session tracking methods? 4. What are those? Cookies, URL rating, HTTP sessions, hidden form field. This is which one? Third one, HTTP sessions. Okay, HTTP session tracking by default will be there in JSP. By default, session ID created. Throwable. Here exception related. Object, superclass for all classes. Okay. These all you studied, but only program only different. Theory part is same. Servlet JSP. See Servlet, how much time it has taken? More time it has taken. No? Almost 1 month it has taken. Okay. But JSP very quickly can learn. Within a 1 week also can learn. Because theory part is same. Programming part only different. Theory part same. Whatever you studied Servlets, like that only. So, the programming different. Servlet very lengthy. That is simplified in JSP. We can reduce the number of lines. We can concise the code. And it is a convenient way for programmer. But HTML Servlet, little bit complicated. But HTML JSP, very easy. And also here bean concepts, so many other concepts are there. Directives, actions. With that, very quickly you can develop applications. Okay. Now present you are learning scripting elements, very basic programs you are learning. That is not completed. Say so 9 object references, these 4 scripting elements directly you can use. Yesterday, few JSP programs you have seen, 4-5 programs you have seen. 4-5 or just 1 minute, I'll show you. Counting number of views also you have seen. JSP. See 3 programs you have seen. First.jsp, second.jsp, count.jsp. Okay. Now, first.jsp. I'll open this program. This is which element? Scriptlet. Scriptlet syntaxes are given. Like this also possible. No? So like this also possible. You can write. Instead of this one, you can write this one also. See. Second.jsp. Here also what we use it? Scriptlet. In the place of scriptlet, this syntax, another syntax also you can write. JSP colon scriptlet. Okay. Then no need to write like this. Like this you can write. It is valid. See JSP scriptlet. JSP scriptlet open. JSP scriptlet closed. Okay. Now you observe. I written out.println. This program I'll run. Right click. Run on server. Save. Second.jsp. Say welcome to Naresh IT. Okay. That is sometimes Eclipse immediately cannot recognize. Still it is showing error only here. Okay. Now like this you can write scriptlet. Suppose count here. What is this? Declaration. Instead of writing like this, you can write JSP colon declaration. JSP colon declaration. It's over. Instead of writing this one, you can write JSP colon expression. Okay. Here. JSP colon expression. Like this also you can write. Now run on server. See, it is a new, this syntax also you can use. Count.jsp. See, working no? Count, see, count increase, decrease, these all. So, yesterday you written programs, no? Those programs you can write this type also. Yesterday, 2 program, 3 programs written, no? Just write it. The above programs can also be written as follows. The above programs can also be written as follows. The above programs can also be written as follows. The above programs can also be written as follows. Write this one, second.jsp. The above program can also be written as follows. So this is one more way syntax. JSP colon scriptlet, JSP colon scriptlet. You can use that syntax also, this syntax also. Both are same. Whichever you feel comfortable, that is you can use. Both are same. Now, just assume if JSP is not there here, like this, not there, what will happen? Confusion comes. Which is HTML, which is JSP? Confusion comes, no? That's what they given prefix. That's what they given. Is it over? It is second.jsp program. Now count.jsp, write it. This is count.jsp program. Count.jsp. So in previous program, I used scriptlet. In this program, I used declaration and expression. It is declaration. It is expression. Is it over? So this part is JSP. This part is JSP. Remaining part is HTML. Now this output displayed with HTML or JSP? What is this? HTML. This is JSP. So this page has been accessed directly written. Directly if you write with HTML printed. If you want to print with JSP, either this is your write in the expression or your write in the scriptlet. Then out.print your write. If you use scriptlet, out.print. If you use expression, directly you can write. Like that you can use. Is it over? In previous program, in second.jsp, I used scriptlet. In count.jsp, I used declaration, I used expression. Okay. But a comment, it is nothing, just ignored by the compiler. And that is only one syntax is there. Now, suppose I want to display system time. I want to display system time. One time program, time.jspl, right? Time.jsp. Next. Time.jsp. Now, this is also you will study, that is page directive concept. Now, if you want to display time, system time, which class we have to use? Local time or local date? Local date only for date, local time for only time, local date time for both, and also java.util.date, java.sql.date, many are there. Okay, but util.date outdated. Okay, now better to go for local time. How to create object? That is local time method is there, now method. That is static method. Return type also local time. What you have write? Local time LT equal to local time dot now. This line where we have tried. Declaration or scriptlet or expression. Scriptlet or expression. Okay. This one, suppose if I write declaration, when it is executed. Now, when this line is executed, whenever object is created, that means memory allocated whenever object is created, then declaration code executed. Then is it one time executed or many times executed? One time. When that is, whenever first request comes, then whatever time is there, that time is going to be displayed. But latest time, if you want, scriptlet. Declaration not suitable now. It will work successfully. There is no mistake. But problem is, whenever first request comes, no, that time will be there. That time only displayed always. But we want latest time. Latest time scriptlet. Then you can print just LT. You can write like this, no? Expression. Otherwise, you can write like this. Out.println LT. Like this also you can write. It is scriptlet. Now two scriptlets also no need to write. One scriptlet you can write. It is also valid. Okay. Now here local time, it is available in time package. That's what java.time. Okay. Java.time. Actually, instead of this one, you can import the package. No, if you want to import scriptlet or declaration or expression, if you want to import declaration or expression or scriptlet, which one you are right? You are selecting one answer. Will you import here? No, that means declaration not suitable. Will you import here? No, not suitable. Will you import here? Where will you import? Outside the class. That means these all not possible. But you are selecting one answer. If I give option, you will select answers. You are not thinking. See, which one required I asked. You are selecting declaration. Some people are selecting scriptlet. You observe. Will you import here? If you import here, declaration required. If you import here, scriptlet. If you import here, expression. But where will import? Outside the class. Outside the class. Outside the class means still I didn't explain. That is next concept required. That is directives. Page directives required. That is later we'll see. That is the reason present I written like this without importing. It is fully qualified name I written directly. Like this also we can write. Then no need to import. But problem is here also you have to write, here also you have to write. 2 times you have to write. Okay, wherever that class name appears with that class name package you have to write. Now, like this, one scriptlet valid. Otherwise, one scriptlet, one expression. Like that also possible. Now, if I run this program, if you want to add, you can add colors, all those things. BG color, something yellow, text red. See if I run this program. ASP. See system time. If I refresh, will you get a latest time? Yes. See latest time. Because I used it. If I use declaration, will you get a latest time? No. See, if I no, you will not get latest time. See time.jsp. Now this is we cannot write no. This out.println we cannot write. That's the reason error came. This is I'll write like this. Now this is inside the scriptlet I'll write. Okay. This LT we can access. That is sometimes immediately cannot recognize. Say right click, run as, run on server. Now if I refresh, see no changes. Reason, whenever first request comes, then only this is created. Then only this method called. At the time, whatever time is there, that time. This line whenever first request comes. Whenever first request comes, whatever time is there, that time only continued. But if you write scriptlet, what will happen? Every request executed because it is inside the service method. It is inside a service method. Every request executed. You can write scriptlet instead of writing 1 to 1. You can write. It is possible. Okay. Write this program. Comment, you can use comment like this. JSP program to display system time. JSP program to display system time. It is comment also used. This is comment. Now I didn't import the package directly. I called with class only a written package name. While writing package class name only a written package. It is called fully qualified class name. In Core Java also you can write like this. Works. Instead of importing. Anywhere you can write like this also without importing. So only LT inside the expression. Yes or no? Yes. Now implicitly which method called here? Which method? ToString method called implicitly. ToString method is going to be called implicitly. See first.jsp, second.jsp, count.jsp, time.jsp, 4 programs you have seen. Is it over? See, next. Suppose I want to display multiplication table. You have seen this type of programs all in solids. Solids is studied now. Some solids I taught. See these all time solid, table solid, my solid, solid. These are basics. Now you have seen like a time. Now I want to display table format. Table format. See on multiplication table. Multiplication table I want to display. Okay. One time multiplication table. Say I want to display like this. Like 5 into 1 equal to 5. Like this table tags. Now can you write for loop in HTML? Can you write HTML for loop? In HTML, no for loop, no if condition, no logic, nothing. Can you write? No. HTML presentation language. Your data you can present in different formats. That's it. Okay. Is it programming language? No, it is presentation language. You can present the data, only tags, attributes, no other things in HTML. Okay. Like presentation language. You can present the data. That's it. No logic, no condition, no error, no exception. Errors also will not come. No. If browser understands, output. Browser not understand, no output. That's it. No error, no exception, nothing. This type if you want to write table tags, you have to write. Okay. But for loop, you can write with JSP. Table tags you can write with HTML. Like that you can write no. Say new JSP. Suppose table.jsp. This is little bit confusion will be there. Listen concentration. Listen with concentration. Little bit confusion. Suppose if you want to write with HTML, what you'll write? You'll write table, some border. Next what you'll write? TR, one TR close. Next TD, 5 TD into TD close. TD 1 TD close. equal to TD close, TD 5, TD. Suppose this is I want 100 times. This is I want 100 times. This code, if you want to write 100 times, one for loop required. No. For loop, we have to start here. For integer I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. Here for loop open. Here for loop close. Okay. Now you observe here table. This is HTML, HTML, HTML. This is JSP. Again it is HTML written. It is JSP close. Okay. Now this for loop, which element you have to write? Declaration or scriptlet or expression? Scriptlet. Okay. Inside the service, scriptlet. Scriptlet open. Here scriptlet. Suppose if you close the scriptlet here, error. HTML you cannot write like this. If you want to write, again out.println you have to write. So what you can do? Out.print. Out.println you can write double quote start here. Out.html written. HTML like this only written. No? So it is, but if you write like this again, no use of JSP. If you write like this, okay. That's what I'll do. Just you observe. It is scriptlet open. Scriptlet I'll close here only. Okay. Then you can write outside here scriptlet open. Scriptlet closed here. Now for loop open. Okay. Opening purpose one scriptlet. Closing purpose one more scriptlet. But complete code you can write in out.println just like a servlet. That type valid. Otherwise it is one more way. But like that if you write, then no difference between servlet and JSP again. Again out.println if you write. It is better. Here scriptlet, it is JSP. Okay, it is JSP. For loop we cannot write in no. No. Now you observe for loop open. For loop open, for that one scriptlet. For loop closed, one for that one scriptlet. Now it is HTML you can write freely. It is outside the scriptlet now. Outside the scriptlet. But here I value required I. Now I. If you write I displayed. I value if you want to display JSP required. JSP which one required? Declaration or scriptlet or expression? Expression. Directly printed. Right. Got it? Here 5 into I required. No? What do you have to write? Again expression 5 into I. With the JSP this is somewhat confusion. You have to take care. Observe. HTML, 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 this line JSP. Again HTML, HTML, this part JSP, this part JSP. Like this you can write. Okay. Here, which how to select, when to select, that is little bit confusion. But directly like a normal servlet type, you cannot write. Servlet type if you want to write, every line again out.println concept you have to apply. Okay. So if you concentrate, if you little bit, if you put efforts, JSP becomes easy. Otherwise, solid is better appears as compared to this. Okay. Written in solids. How it is there, you observe. See how we written for loop out dot println pw dot println. This program already in solids I taught. See this much code you have to write. And also these all class, all those things required, but it is convenient way. It is convenient way. It is better, no? Okay. See here, for loop opening purpose one scriptlet, for loop closing purpose one scriptlet. Here printing I value scriptlet, printing 5 into I value scriptlet, expression. Here expression, here expression. Now, if I execute this program, see, table.jsp. See, multiplication table 10 times. If you want 100 times. See, it is 10 times. HTML format comes again. Write this program. Now, if you want to write comment syntax also you studied. JSP program to display multiplication table. JSP program to display multiplication table. This is you have to take care while writing scriptlets, declarations, expressions. You have to take care. Somewhat confusion will be there. Not on. Is it over? In the place of expression, can I write scriptlet? Then what we have to write? Out.println. It is possible. So in the place of expression, you can write scriptlet also. So here just we have to remove equal. First, is it over? Completed? First you complete. Over. Place of expression, you can write scriptlet. Then out.println I semicolon. You can write like this. Again here you can this out.println I 5 into I. You can write. It is one more way. Okay. Otherwise, only one scriptlet complete you can write. Remove here you can remove, but what you have to do is complete this code in out.println. Then what you have to do is out.println. Out.println double quotes, but double quote next line also not possible. You have like this only. Okay. Out.println. So let's be written like this only, no? Solid style. Like this. Out.println. So like this. But here double quotes plus double quotes. So like this you can write. Again here double quotes plus double quotes. So like this you can write. But if you write like this again, solid type of only appears, no? Okay, that is better. So whatever I given, that is only best approach. This is best approach. Okay. Here writing for loop opening purpose one scriptlet, for loop closing purpose one scriptlet. After that, here this is one expression, this is one more expression. That's it. Okay. Now see, you have seen this diagram. If you want to write outside the methods, inside the class, outside the declaration, inside the service method, scriptlet, inside the out.println expression. Suppose if you want to write outside the class, till I didn't explain. Import statement outside the class, no? I didn't explain. Suppose if you want to write the code inside the init method, till I didn't explain. Inside the init method also we'll write, no? Connection establishment code, where we written in solids? Init method. Connection close code, destroy method. But that is if you want to write, I didn't explain till so many concepts are there, not completed. Introduction only this is. Okay. Now that is also possible. Inside the init method, outside, inside the destroy method, outside the class, those also possible. We'll see. Suppose Next task. Suppose it is login.html. Here login form. Login form. Next here username and password. Submit button, reset button. We can write. Okay, submit, reset. Whatever you type, username, password. It has to, when you click on submit button, it is JSP program. Suppose login.jsp. I want to receive username. I want to receive password after receiving. Now, without database connection, with a database connection also I'll explain. First, without database connection, if the username is ABC and password is XYZ, I want to display welcome. Else display in. Okay. Now, database. With the database also I'll explain. It is without database, only username ABC, password XYZ, then welcome. Any other valid. Write this one. Here, username, password received by JSP program now. Now, username is ABC and password XYZ, welcome. Else, invalid username, password. One HTML, one JSP. Now, it is without database. It is only for one user. Username should be ABC, password should be XYZ, then only welcome. If you enter any other username, any other password, invalid. But if database is there, many users possible. Without database, one user only possible. Over. Now, this is nothing already you have seen. This is important. JSP. It is HTML. Okay. As it is, only action equal to login.jsp will write. There login action equal to URL pattern we written, but here JSP profile name will write. Is it completed? See. Right click, new HTML. This HTML page already you have seen. Level 1 heading, underline text, login form. Here form tags. Method equal to what we have tried? Post. Action equal to login.jsp. Previously we written URL pattern. Now JSP. Username, input type equal to text. Suppose name equal to uname. Line break. Password. This already you studied, no? Next, reset. What is uname? What is pivot? Request parameter names. What is username, password? This is JSP file name. When you click on submit, this is going to be executed. When you click on reset, this field data erased. This is you already studied many times. Write this one. So whenever submit button is clicked, then form action equal to login.jsp executed. If it is solid, we'll write URL pattern. If it is JSP, JSP file name. But even JSP file also, if you want to configure, it is possible. Again, for this one also URL pattern we can write, but it is unnecessary, no use. Here also URL pattern you can write, you can configure in XML. That is also possible. Uname pivot. Request parameter names. Username, password, labels. Is it over? This is many times you have seen already. this solid HTML program. Now login.jsp. Now what we have to write, how to write, give me answer, I'll write. Okay, first is it over? Right click, new, JSP, login.jsp. Now first of all, username, password we have to receive. How to receive? Which method we call? Get parameter. Get parameter method in which interface? Get parameter method in which interface? HTTP solid request or solid request? Solid request. Solid request, not HTTP solid request. But with HTTP solid request reference can I access? Yes, because that is super interface. This is sub interface. With this request can I call? Yes. What is the return type of that method? String. What we have to write? String S1 equal to request dot get parameter. Parameter name, uname. Same style. String S2 equal to request dot get parameter pivot. Okay. Now this code where we are write? Scriptlet or declaration or expression? Scriptlet. I'll open the scriptlet. I'll close the scriptlet. In between I'm writing. We can write no? No. Username retrieved, password retrieved. If condition. What we have to write? If we have to check whether it is ABC or not. How to check? Equals operator or equals method? Equals method or operator? Multiple. That is a core Java class I explained. In advanced Java class also explained. Equals method or operator? Method what it will do, operator what it will do. Method compares content, operator as code. Now what we have to check? Content, ABC or not, you have to check. What we have to write? Method. So what we have to write? S1 dot equals ABC. Next, and S2 dot equals XYZ. Then we have to display welcome message. Out dot println welcome. Okay. Else we have to display out dot println invalid username or password. See, exact task code only we written. Exact task code only we written, you observe. Remaining no need to write. Okay. You can, if you want to display HTML for colors, all those things, you can add it. Something, whatever you want, you can write. Otherwise, plain text displayed. Now for both, same color displayed. See, if it is solid, you have to implement packages, you have to create, you have to write class, you have to write service method, do get method, do post method, then you have to write this code. But here what we did, see, directly we written task. Exact task code we written. Now, right click, run on server, save. Login.html. See, login.html. You can type ABC XYZ. Submit. Say welcome. back. If you enter any other password, invalid. Okay. Any username, any password, invalid. Only ABC XYZ valid. Like this. Okay. Write this program. Login.jsp. Is it over? Now, this program not connected to database. Suppose I want to check in database, even username, password exists or not. Then first of all, connection establishment required. Connection establishment in Solid which method we written? Init method. But init method, if you want to write a code, till I didn't explain. Later, task code, service method. Like this you can write. Later, connection close, destroy method. But how to write destroy method, how to write init method code here. That is, before going to that one, first converted Solid life cycle you should know. Next, node. Is it over? Next. Is it over? Completed? No. Node. Converted Solid or it is called JSP Solid life cycle methods. Converted Solid or JSP Solid Lifecycle methods. JSP init underscore JSP service JSP destroy. JSP init underscore JSP service JSP destroy. For this one, no underscore. For this one, no underscore. For this one, only underscore. JSP init underscore JSP service JSP destroy. You studied when init method called by web container, whenever first request comes to a solid. When service method called by web container, every request. When destroy method called by web container, whenever solid instance removed. When solid instance is going to be removed, application undeployed or server shuts down. Same style here. Method names different. Here JSP init. It is underscore. Here underscore is there. Here underscore not there. Okay. JSP init underscore JSP service JSP destroy. Here these two methods in one interface. This is another interface. Now I'll give. Is it over? So here first request comes first request comes JSP init and service. Already you studied. When first request comes, how many methods called? Two methods. Init, service. Second request, third request, last request. That is. So first request comes JSP init and underscore JSP service. Second request, only underscore JSP service. Third request, fourth request, last request, same scenario. Okay. Now write it. JSP init method and JSP destroy method are the part of jakarta.solid.jsp page interface. JSP init method and JSP destroy method are the part of jakarta.solid.jsp page interface. Underscore JSP service method is a part of jakarta.solid.jsp.hdp JSP page interface. So in this interface, these two methods are there. In this interface, this method is there. JSP init method, JSP destroy method are the part of this interface. Underscore JSP service is a part of HTTP JSP page interface. This is only information I given where it is, and about this very depth we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow database connection also explain here.